It's the season for giving.
Family is very important, and nothing can replace this, nothing at all.
But for some special people across the Bluegrass, giving goes beyond the holidays.
If everyone helped everyone else, the world would be a much better place to live in, I think.
Every day, they share the gift to make us smile, the gift to inspire, to make life better by helping those in need.
To have such a positive attitude every day is a lesson to me to be so grateful.
From around the world to right here at home.
It turned into not just a school project getting a grade, it was like helping my community.
On this Christmas Day, LEX18 is proud to share the stories of people in our community with a gift for making a difference.
Hello everyone and Merry Christmas. I'm LEX18's Nancy Cox.
And I'm Hayley Harmon, and welcome to our LEX18 Making a Difference special. During this special time of year, we are proud to share with you good news.
It's all about the good works people are doing in their communities all across Kentucky. Well, this Christmas, one resident of a local nursing home got the biggest gift she could have ever asked for.
That's right, she did. It was the surprise of a lifetime, and it took people months of work to make happen for her.
Yeah, I told you we was going on a date.
We first introduced you to Ms. Lorraine Fazzaro back in October, a beloved resident at Lexington's Cambridge Place nursing home.
She is incredibly sweet and kind-hearted, and she's so happy, and she always has a smile on her face.
The staff had put out a plea for donations to help them grant her the wish of a lifetime.
Like I said, I'm very close to her. She knows that something's going on. She just don't know what.
Due to financial difficulties and distance, she had two teen grandsons in Texas she had never seen in person before, only in photos framed in her room. That is until the surprise of her life.
There will not be a dry eye in the building, and we just can't wait to make her memory happen.
She had no idea that they had brought her grandsons here to surprise her, a moment she has been waiting for 15 years. Not a dry eye in the house, indeed.
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
An overwhelming moment.
I wanted to see you all for so long.
Now, a priceless memory that no one here is soon to forget.
Family is very important, and nothing can replace this, nothing at all.
Thank you.
And it wasn't just a one-day thing. Thanks to donations from the community, the Fazzaro family's trip was completely paid for, including their travel and hotel room, so they could spend the entire week with Ms. Fazzaro.
That is so great. Well, have you done any traveling this holiday season? If so, you've probably packed and unpacked a dozen times.
Isn't that the truth? Well, one Lexington man is making a major difference for children in foster care here in Kentucky, all through a simple piece of luggage.
There are 150 probably here easily.
Don Pratt knows all too well about the hardships facing Kentucky's foster children. After all, he provided a home for more than 65 of them during his 30 years as a foster parent.
Usually they don't have much when they move. So often they have very little. And they've come to my home with nothing except the clothes on their backs.
And any belongings they did have, all they had to carry them in was a garbage bag.
And so I saw these kids initially coming in garbage bags. And sadly, that's true of the overwhelming majority of them.
While his foster parenting days are now behind him, Pratt's mission to help these children goes on. For the last 15 years, he's collected and donated countless luggage items to foster organizations in nearly every Kentucky county. And he's asking the public to help him do it again this year.
What I have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. And these are all nice bags.
Every single bag, suitcase, duffel, backpack.
These will be gone this week probably, or this week and the first of next week.
Is soon to be delivered to a Kentucky child in need in one of the toughest times of their young life.
You really feel good about it, but you also feel sad for them.
Now, Don collects luggage all year round. It's not just around the holidays. So right now he is still looking for donations, and he takes shipments of these donations from people just like you to foster care centers all across Kentucky.
Well, it's been a lot of years, but I do remember that mastering gymnastics on its own is quite a feat. But imagine doing those moves on the back of a horse.
Yeah, well, thanks to a new club in Paris, some special kids there are getting to learn those very skills right now. Here is how the Paris Vaulting Club is making a difference.
Pull yourself, ready, go.
Every Wednesday night,
Always try to take that knee there.
you'll find a brave team of girls here at Paris's Black Pearl Farm.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
The site of the newly formed Paris Vaulting Club, a free club for area kids to learn equestrian vaulting, gymnastics performed on horseback. They first learn the moves on a barrel.
In vaulting, there's 6 compulsory movements. So earlier we practiced basic seat, flag, and mill, and one of the other ones is scissors.
Before moving on to the big time.
Okay, so let's see your basic seat.
Practicing those moves on sync.
Get your feet straightened out, toes down, legs long.
The free club allows these girls, some of whom are special needs, to be part of a team.
We support each other, we lift one another up, literally and metaphorically.
And one day, they're hoping to compete.
Yay! Give a big round of applause, guys. It's so much fun and very rewarding to watch people come out of their shells and to be able to go from, oh, I might be able to touch him or feed him a carrot, to jumping on their back and doing all kinds of crazy things.
Right now, the club is in major need of donations for new equipment that could include an additional horse.
It'd be such a big step. Now, if we could get a proper vaulting horse, we could do even more tricks that maybe that we can't quite do on Saint.
Good job. All right, how are we going to dismount?
Now, after we featured them in our Making a Difference story, the Paris Vaulting Club tells us they received tons of donations. So they are now well on their way to getting that new equipment they need to continue making a difference to girls in their community.
That is so wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so glad people responded. Well, it's just about that time of year. We're talking about bad winter weather. And unfortunately, that usually means shoveling. But one man's good deed, I guess you could say, has snowballed.
Yeah, that's right. And another man who was inspired by that man's helping hand is paying it forward to others. Hanna Mordoh sat down with the man who started it all.
Thomas Wilson always helps his kids with their homework, but it was a lesson he taught them during the many snow days earlier this year that's making all the difference.
Helping others pays off.
If everyone helped everyone else, the world would be a much better place to live in, I think.
Well, the man neighbors call the patron saint of Masterson Station was sure making Lexington a better place when he and his boys braved the snow to help anyone in need.
We pushed cars out of the snow, towed cars. We brought medicine to children. We took people home from the airport. We took people to work.
And the list goes on, so much that Wilson was nominated for the Spirit of Lexington Award and won the mayor's tickets to a UK basketball game.
It's a great feeling, and you shouldn't do it for a reward or an award like I got. You do it because you can.
And while there's no more snow here in Masterson Station, the spirit of paying it forward is here to stay.
I got a gift of $60 in an envelope that said gas money out of the blue.
Wilson posted the gift on the Masterson Station Facebook page to say thank you. Then comments started rolling in, and 2 other neighbors received similar envelopes with $100 from the anonymous donor.
This brought me to tears today. I am so grateful, thankful, and blessed. Just because they were inspired, is what they said, to pay it forward.
The donor reached out to Wilson after giving him his gift. She plans to keep paying it forward, with Wilson scouting out the good and anyone in need. So, who's next?
I can't say, it's a secret.
What's not a secret is that a little help goes a long way, a lesson we can all take to heart.
If everyone, kind of keeps the momentum going, only great things can happen.
You know, I still owe my neighbor a Derby pie for shoveling our driveway. I hope to get to that very soon. When it comes to honoring our veterans, though, there are many ways to say thank you.
That's right, and for 2 men from Winchester, that means a brush and some elbow grease.
Tony Long and John Babcock.
This one is exceptionally old.
Spend many a day checking in on old friends. Okay. Making sure they're doing all right.
Do that one first, we'll brush it off.
And helping with anything they might need.
Okay.
But these friends never talk back. They said their goodbyes long ago.
This gentleman's name is William Clinkenbeard.
They are fellow veterans buried in cemeteries all across Kentucky.
I love it.
John and Tony are the founders of Winchester's Mission Restore Bronze. They travel across the state cleaning and restoring veterans' gravestones.
And this has been here since 1981.
Today at Winchester Cemetery.
You'd be surprised how many markers are here in this cemetery that are neglected.
Remembering the sacrifice.
A lot of these people have been forgotten by a lot of people. Veterans never, ever, ever should be forgotten.
And helping others remember too.
The respect that these folks deserve, male, female, doesn't matter what time, what area, anything. They deserve the respect to be remembered.
A living, breathing person who served this country.
Because if we don't do this and we let this grow over, the problem is they won't know this individual existed.
So they scrub on, doing right by these old friends. Friends who more than deserve it.
We know deep inside that this will make them smile.
This is so true right now. Food can make us happy, but for a barbecue joint in Frankfort, it's about so much more.
That's right. Jesse's Slow Good Barbecue is serving up a side of compassion at no extra charge.
I get this stuff going about 6:30 every morning.
Jesse Morris knows a thing or two about barbecue.
And look at all that juice that's coming off there.
A thing or two he's learned over the last, say, 35 years of doing it.
That's just the smoke flavor. They will be tender as mother's love when they come off.
But it's something else he's learned over those years that led him to open Jesse's Slow Good Barbecue.
Some of the best barbecue you ever put your mouth on.
And that's the need for second chances. All of his employees here are people with a past that's prevented them from getting hired anywhere else. People like 26-year-old Deandra Washington.
So I came on down and I got hired that day.
A young mother of 3 looking for a new beginning.
I needed the job. I've been going through some things in my life and I really, really needed it.
Jesse believes everyone deserves a fresh start, no matter what their past.
Everyone needs a second chance. Just because you made a first mistake doesn't count you out.
A way to get back on track and on with their life.
Because once you're working and you're doing something that you feel good and you got money coming in your pocket that you work for, it makes you feel good on the inside.
Giving them hope for the future.
Bills get paid, gas is in the car, kids got new shoes, backpacks for school. It's perfect.
One barbecue sandwich at a time.
Thanks for people who believe in us, you know, for second chances. We need those.
All right, all right. Oh, come on, tell the truth.
Now, if you want to check them out, the restaurant is still going strong there in Frankfort. They are open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6.
Still ahead on this LEX18 Making a Difference special.
We see how hard these young men are working for us to, even if we're hot, we're tired and thirsty, to just keep on pushing through.
Members of a Midway church return for the 2nd year in a row to earthquake-ravaged Haiti, building homes and forging relationships that will last a lifetime.
Welcome back to this special Making a Difference. I'm LEX18's Nancy Cox. Haiti was already the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere before being hit by an earthquake in 2010. Some families are still desperately trying to dig out. For the 2nd year in a row, LEX18's Mike Taylor went to Haiti with a team from Midway Baptist Church, doing what they can to make a difference.
Nothing comes easy in Haiti, not travel, not work, not even from any of the next meal. For the group from Midway Baptist, things are made smoother with the help of familiar faces like Jude, one of several translators working with them. Since the earthquake, Jude's family of 11 has been living under these USAID tarps, while he helps build homes for other families in Lambie Village.
The tent is small, but we have 11 people living there, so it's so hot. We all stay on the chair when the rains come in, it's come down too, because we don't have a roof. It's not very nice.
Grace International, a Haitian church organization, and the Fuller Center built Lambie Village to help relocate almost 100 families after 25,000 people moved into tents on the church property following the quake. Translators worked in Lambie Village last year, building the last homes here. This year they're working in a new village called Heritage, building the very first home. Unoccupied and in the middle of a banana field, Heritage is a very different experience than working in Lambie. But the group's Haitian friends are there to get well over 5,000 buckets of rock and dirt into the floor for the first house.
I've never seen people happier to work. Everybody's always looking to try to get out of work, and they're ready to get in because they know at the end it's going to make things better.
We see how hard these young men are working for us to, even if we're hot, we're tired and thirsty, to just keep on pushing through.
To imagine what they go home to each night, to have such a positive attitude every day is a lesson to me to be so grateful and so thankful for everything that I have.
Every evening, Jude returns to the tarps, holding on to hope that a house will come soon.
Even if we don't have house yet, but we will pray God about that, and one day that can give you a house with my family is doing.
International news reports have documented the lack of success at building homes in Haiti despite billions of dollars spent. As the group prepares to return to the United States, they reflect on their Haitian friends and the progress they've made together.
It's still bad, but it is much better than it was, so that's a positive. You can tell that you're slowly making progress, and it makes you feel good.
You just got to get here, and then once you get here, try to make a difference.
Mike joins me now with an update about the efforts in Haiti. Mike, it's been 6 months. What's been the progress?
Well, a team that had worked with Jude and his family over the years decided to help provide him with a home, and with his whole family for a home. And they're now building that home in Lambie. And amazingly, even in a third world country, you can communicate with people on Facebook. So I've talked to Jude on Facebook as recently as today, and he says the home was started about 3 months ago. It still needs a roof. They only work on it when teams are there, so it's going to take a little while longer, but they're getting there. The family will have a home soon.
And that's amazing. We see those images and we think, oh, what a horrible situation, but that's daily life for them.
It really is, and the homes that we were able to help provide and help them build are so much nicer than what many people live in down there. You're talking about, a 16 by 20 foot room basically, and a whole family living in it.
Wow.
But that compared to the tents they live in, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, if someone is touched by this, if our viewers are motivated, what advice would you give them if they want to help out in Haiti or someplace else?
There's so much need in Haiti and so many other places in the world and here in the United States.
Right.
Anybody can help in some way. Maybe it's not going, maybe it's just providing funds for someone else to go. But if you're interested in going, I just would encourage you to seek out other people who have done it, get lots of good advice, and plan things out well so that you're not just throwing money at a situation, because that doesn't help and sometimes it hurts.
God bless your team and others who do such great work.
Thanks, Nancy.
Coming up on the LEX18 Making a Difference special.
We have so much and we take it for granted all the time.
Wise beyond their years. How students at one Clark County school take a school assignment as a calling to help their fellow students in need.
If we just help one person, this whole project would be worth it.
And 2 Scott County students spend a year making a difference in their community and saving lives in the process.
Welcome back, everyone, to our LEX18 Making a Difference special. Well, kids of all ages are changing their communities across Kentucky in big and small ways. Here's just one example. Some Clark County students have taken what was just a small homework assignment and turned it into something much, much bigger, inspiring their entire school to get involved. And now all that hard work is helping hundreds of children in need.
And these kids here, they just poured their hearts out for it, and it just really worked for them.
It started as just a small project for the members of Baker Intermediate's Beta Club. A food drive to earn some of their community service credits. Each student challenged to bring in 5 non-perishable food items.
We have so much and we take it for granted all the time.
But once this group of 6th graders learned where that food was going, it changed everything. More than 350 students in Clark County are part of the No Child Left Hungry backpack program. They are given free food to take home on the weekends because otherwise many of them would have nothing to eat.
I can honestly say you can have 30 children and out of that 35 of them are hungry.
But the school's food pantry was almost bare.
It's very hard because I can go home and get something out of the pantry and eat it, and then it's hard to imagine people who I pass the halls that don't have any.
So these students jumped into action, challenging their entire school to get involved. In just weeks, they had more than 3,000 donations.
My room started overflowing the first week. My students were helping me count the items.
Donations making a difference for children in need right here in their school.
in Scott County, 2 students there spent more than a year working to save lives. In the United States, every year, more than 200,000 people are diagnosed with colon cancer. We'll take a look at how these 2 students went above and beyond to raise awareness about the disease in their community.
It first started as just a school project. Trey Ogle and Katie Hostetler assigned the topic of colon cancer, but it turned into something so much more, an awareness campaign that has reached thousands of people.
I realized this is really important. This is something, it turned into not just a school project getting a grade, it was like helping my community.
Once the Elkhorn Crossing School juniors learned that nearly 2,600 Kentuckians are diagnosed with colon cancer every year, their mission became preventing as many future cases as possible. For months, they canvassed their community, going to as many health fairs and churches as possible to raise awareness of this preventable and often deadly disease.
We want to let people know the sooner you get screened, the better chance it is to get rid of it.
Teaching people about early screening.
So it's had an effect on me, and I just want to help make a difference and help somebody else my age not lose a close relative like I lost.
Even connecting local residents with the regional health department for free screenings.
We've had throughout the state several men come out and say this has been really super because I never would have gone to the doctor and my cancer was detected and I'm alive because of this program.
Their hard work becoming about much more than just getting an A, a chance to help save lives.
If we just help one person, this whole project would be worth it.
Now those students decided to submit their project to the statewide Health Occupational Students of America competition, and they took home 2nd place.
Do you know someone who is making a difference in their community? We would love to shine the spotlight on their good deeds and share it on LEX18 News. Send us an email at news@lex18.com or drop us a line on our LEX18 Facebook page. LEX18 has enjoyed bringing you this special Making a Difference, and we hope it inspires you to go out in your community and do the same.
We leave you now with a look at other people who went the extra mile this year to put smiles on people's faces all across our community. Have a great Christmas.